Hello, lovelies. Welcome to, or welcome back to the dollhouse. I'm Kira. It's been a long week, and it's Wednesday. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot done. I don't have a whole lot to show you. Couple tips and tricks. Like I said on my last video, one of my Twitter tweeps, I guess two of my Twitter tweeps, are together having a baby. So I have been making things for small humans, and one of my Twitter friends is a grandma, and I have been enjoying making things for her little human because I am not a grandma. And I don't have I have big little humans, but they're, it just hurt me that my brain said that my oldest is going to be 30 this year. Oof. Anywho, so I have had these Karen Cotton funnel cakes in storage for a while. They're weird, but I like them. I wasn't sure if I was going to like them, but I like them. So, baby stuff needs lots of washing, so cotton is good. So I figured, brain no work, I will just make dishcloths, burp cloths, whatever, because if you've had a small human, you know that they just projectile liquids. That's kind of what they do. So you always need something like that. It's something to do. I made this hat the other day from the mystery box that I still don't know where it came from. Someone sent me a box of yarn directly from Lion Brand. But there was, it wasn't like a promoter's box. It was just like somebody went through and picked stuff and sent it. And it was just, it's so weird and so random, and I'm still not sure who sent it. But I have been sitting on this little tip for you. Once you take the ball band off, roll it up, stuff that bad boy right back in the center of your yarn, so you always know what kind of yarn you have. And when you come back to that ball, 4, 5, 8 months later, and go, I have no idea what kind of yarn this is. And you can say, oh, the label's in the middle. Mikey from the Crochet crowd taught me that. Shout out to Mikey, like he needs it. This is a bundle of love. 11 ounces, 688 yards, 100% acrylic. And it's your standard 4-weight. And I never would have picked this color. I never would have bought this for myself. And as I'm crocheting, I'm going, I don't know who picked these color combinations because... But it's actually not too bad. It's growing on me, I think. I think it's growing on me. I don't know if I'm going to make anything else with it. Might make a neat blanket. It's really a very short variegation. So it just, one stitch of this, one stitch of that, one stitch of this. It's an insane color combination, but it's growing on me. I kind of like it now. So I've been doing that. I'm gonna make, I think I'm gonna make burp cloths with, this is, I don't even know if this is still available. This is the colorway Dandelion Seed. And then I'm gonna trim it with, trying to get the label out because I don't remember what color this is. I am gonna trim it with Rose Petal. If you haven't had the cotton funnel cakes, they're wavy. The yarn itself has one strand a tad tighter, so it just makes this really neat kind of lumpy bumpy, just a very slight lumpy bumpy texture that I wasn't sure if I liked it when I first got it, but it's really very pleasant to crochet with. It's got a nice hand feel. And I'm sticking the label back in the middle. Also, I have gotten my first official crafting blister popping up on my weird little middle finger. Right there. Because I decided I have had some of these skeins. When I first started getting back into crochet, I kind of went crazy and bought like mixed lots off of eBay, which was not the brightest thing to do, but it gave me exposure to a lot of different types of yarn. And I have had these chenille, fluffy, people make stuffed animals with it crap sitting in my back room for, oh, it's got to be going on 2 years. I had no idea what to do with it. Because when I first started, I said, hey, I will do the making stuffed animals thing. No. No. Not my thing. Props to the plushie makers, the amigurumi makers, all that. Do not have the patience. Do not have clear enough brain. So, yeah. So I got out the knitting loom, and I figured I'd make a panel and see what happens. And I'm not sure. I'm not real comfortable with the knitting loom. I'm comfortable knitting on the knitting loom. I am comfortable with casting on. I am not yet comfortable with casting off unless it's a hat. So I'm still getting used to casting off. But this is the second big panel that I've made. And it came out looking like a completely different stitch, and I have no idea what I did. I have no idea what I did. It's pretty though. It's pretty. But I have, my kids are on the autism spectrum, and I can't imagine where they got that from. But this took me forever to make, because after it got to be about, I don't know, 4 inches or so, I just started doing this. And all I can hear in my head is an old episode of The Simpsons when Lisa and her dad were at the museum. And she had so much reverence in her voice when she said, it's behind a velvet rope. Velvet rope. That's all I can hear is velvet rope. This colorway is just called red velvet, but all I can think of is velvet rope. This is a Premier Parfait extra large speckle print, and it's just called Red Velvet. They're 87 yards and 7 ounces, and that's another reason why I cannot be an amigurumi maker, because I do not enjoy joining velvety things, and I do not enjoy that I have little pieces of red fluff everywhere now. So I did get that done, though it was rather tough on the hand. All that picking and looping and gave me a blister on my weird middle finger. So, educational part of the film today. I am going through a regular to me SIBO infection. I get these every 2-3 months. Anytime I get seriously stressed out, or my system just decides to say, hey, we don't need to be productive. So, if you don't know, SIBO is small intestinal bacteria overload. You know how you have critters in your guts? Well, there's different critters in your big intestine than there are in your small intestine. And since I have a short small intestine, sometimes the bacteria from the large intestine like to go phoom, and come back up. And it's not fun. It is not fun when your whole gut biome is just tsunamied. So I'm going through a little bit of brain fog. I am hoping that today we are past the malabsorption stage, the middle stage of SIBO at its peak. The bacteria from the large intestine go up into the small intestine so much that it coats the lining of your small intestine, which is a problem because that's where you absorb nutrients, most of your nutrients, and medications. Your large intestine mostly absorbs water. Oh, hey, stop stepping on things. My cat just stepped on, I have a movie going in the background, and my cat has decided that we needed to hear it. Sorry about that. So I have spent 2 days in the malabsorption phase, which means pain meds don't work. Stress meds don't work. The only thing that I have found that works during SIBO, that seems to absorb properly, because you guys know I'm not big on that. I am on so many medications. If I can, take less medications, then that's good. Don't like the pain pills. I spent so much time going through withdrawal from different pain medications simply because the pharmacy had to order it, or something messed up with the prescription, or it needed prior authorization again, so I had to wait. And a couple years back, I decided to say, I'm done with this, and I stopped doing all of my pain meds all at once. I figured if I was going to go through withdrawal, let's go through withdrawal. So the only thing I have found that works during the SIBO phase is highest ground coffee. Stupidly enough, I feel like a wine mom now. I'm going to start collecting these. But highest ground coffee has CBD, CBDA, CBGA, all that fun stuff. And it's hemp derived. It's natural. It's legal. There's no sugar in it. And it's coffee. So, you know, I will put Linky here because I converse with the owner of the company, and he's a sweet guy. And he has tailor-made things trying to help my different conditions. And it does. And I can't recommend highest ground coffee enough. And I'm not paid to say this. I'm not sponsored. I'm a fan. Because it works. And it works during SIBO. And I don't have a problem with THC. I am a medical card holder. I'm an old fart. I'm not looking to get stupid. I'm just looking to be able to move. So, highest ground coffee. Yeah, nothing else. I showed on my last video, I got my light ring and my little extendy arm. So, I'm going to try to assemble and work with that. But not today, because the SIBO bacteria produce methane, brain full of methane. There is no brain fog like methane fog. It's better today than it's been. So, we're on the way back. Hey, we're on the way back. Feeling a little bit better. Not feeling so crafty, but I know if I crochet while I watch movies, I will feel better than if I don't. I am picking red bits off of everything since I got that out to show you guys. Now I'm picking little red bits off of everything. So, I will stop boring you. It's short and sweet. And now you know way more about SIBO than you wanted to. I'm good for that. You're welcome. Anywho's, I gotta look up her name because the brain fog. The brain fog! Give me a second, I'm looking things up. Please hold. I don't have hold music, so sing to yourself. Me and my slow lappy. Rain's coming. Today it looks okay out. But when you get old, your spine turns into a barometer. Or at least mine did. I have dead air. That's all I can think of is dead air. Not saying anything. Got a babble. Say something. I used to do a show twice a week, like 10 years ago. So, dead air is not good. Gotta talk. We can't have music in the background with the YouTubes, which I'm talking to my husband now, trying to figure out things and who copyright holders are and stuff, because I might be able to play his music, because he is in a band and he's got a couple albums out. I might be able to play his music in the background, because, you know, I married him. So we're going to try to figure that out. But, if you don't already, go check out Kitty Lane. I will link you name here. Create and Relate. She put up a YouTube from the hospital this morning, and we can relate, or I can relate. I understand the whole crocheting in the hospital. I've made several shawls in the hospital, so shout out to Kitty Lee, and hoping she's doing better. That's all I got for now. I am going to try to brain, which is not looking good today, but I don't really need it. Just gonna mindlessly, mindfully crochet and try to pretend I don't hurt. Be nice. Be kind. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. Sprinkle it like seeds. Kindness is free. Until next time. Bye, lovelies.